That song was buns, bro. It's like Lana Rhodes' baby. Like, why is there 15 people named in the credits, gang? Doing this, bro. Like, he proved that he can make banger after banger, and then he just, like, quit. The best artists to fall off. I was about to say, like, dead artists, but low-key, after you die, you, like, your popularity skyrockets tenfold. We've seen that with Oliver Tree. Gang, you were not listening to Life Goes On and On and On. Like, you were not listening to that, bro.
Longevity. A long duration of individual life. Some are long-lived, while others are cut short. Not only can this be applied to living, but also in all art and entertainment. Like, will this piece of work stand the test of time to be remembered?
Bro, why does every, like, statue, you know, back in the day, like, it was the complete opposite of nowadays. Back then, like, the smaller the Johnson, the more, like, in control of your emotions you were. So you'd always see these statues of, like, conquerors and, like, very important people with the smallest Johnsons ever. Low-key, we should bring that back, bro. I would be, like, so stoic. I'd be, like, a philosopher the way I can control my emotions, gang.
That's great. Or will it be put in a modern art museum? Only time can tell. And many music artists throughout all the years had faded away alongside time. It's crazy to think about, because some of these artists, or at least their songs, were all over the radio and playlists. And
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. It's not even like in the moment if they were famous, but sometimes you just go through a spur. Like that happened with Gordon Ramsay. Unrelated, but Gordon Ramsay, for example, he had like TV shows from years ago go popular for like a small span of time. It was so random as well. It's not like he released anything during that period of time. So just random spurs. Usually it's memes that start it all. But I'm not even gonna name the artist. I'm gonna say one lyric. Yeah, baby. Damn, I already hit that though. I already just hit that. I hit that like the chicken was cold, if you get what I'm saying. Now he's out of jail though, but I don't think he's gonna be releasing heat, bro. Like, what is he doing, gang? They really need the like YNW Melly. I know he's like actually a killer. Like, he should not be on the streets. I'm like scared to have kids if YNW Melly's out there, bro. He's a demon. Like, release him, but release him far away from wherever I'm living. But Loki, give these artists like a studio in jail. Like, why do I have to be punished? Like, I'll fuck with their music and you give them like a studio. Like, they did something wrong, but what did I do, bro? Like, I want good music as well, low key, bro.
Constantly being replayed. But by next year, nobody's even having a thought about their music, let alone the artist. Their relevance was like receiving a happy ending from a ladyboy in Thailand. It lasts a good minute, but it finishes pretty quick. Don't judge my hobbies. Some get the stinky end of this deal by having short bursts of fame, then run straight into irrelevance for the rest of their, well, lives, and the rest are lucky enough to be.
Now then they start doing cameos on like TikTok live. That's the that's the lifespan of an influencer, bro. You have your peak, and then after your peak you slowly start doing jobs that I wouldn't usually take. I'm doing sponsors that I wouldn't usually take. Okay, I'm doing little kid birthday parties. Now I'm doing cameos for like 50 quid, and now I'm doing TikTok lives begging for galaxies. That's like the influencer lifespan.
One hit wonders, with their hits being so timeless that we never forget them. Like, who can forget 1,000 Miles by what's her name? I swear, every time that song comes on in a crowded place, every bad thing that's going on in the world at that moment comes to a halt, and all of us sing along in perfect sync. This song legit brings world peace. She doesn't need another hit. And Silent Hill with Watch Me.
One thing that does really piss me off is Mariah Carey, bro. She made like a couple songs during Christmas, and now she's locked and loaded for the rest of her life. Like, what? Who made her like the Christmas woman? Like, she's more popular than Santa during Christmas. Like, it's crazy. Why does nobody compete in that space? Like, we need like Drake releasing hella Christmas music. Low-key, what's her name? Sia, like Snowman. Oh my god, I've messed with that album, bro. The Christmas album. She low-key was competing, but Mariah Carey just got like hella industry support. Like, all the little like home furniture stores are gonna be playing Mariah Carey. Like, they've got the playlist locked and loaded since like 10 years ago.
Wimp, Watch Me Nene. I mean, none of us are playing that song nowadays, but when it was out, it was big. Like, all the kids were dancing that song, playing it everywhere. You couldn't escape it. And to show how much of a phenomenon this song was, it was played at the biggest award show in the world, the Kids' Choice Award. You can't get bigger than that. That's a career peak for anybody. The impact of that song was insane. So you know the fall gotta be equal to that. Cause after the song wasn't hot no more, the man fell off so hard, he murdered his cousin. That's tough.
Swears, that's what happened to him? Oh my god. What happened to the guy from Gangnam Style, bro? Oh, I remember being like 8 years old in school, doing this, bro. And then one time it really clicked in my head that he said sexy ladies, and I was like one of them good boys. Like, we don't swear in my household. I was like, oh my god. But it is kind of crazy they were playing that in a preschool, bro. Like, it's not really age appropriate, is it? Like, could you at least like censor it, like the clean version? But he really fell off hard after that one, bro. He was a phenomenon, gang. Like, I'll be tripping. That was like the thing for like 2 years. Loki still know the dance moves, bro. You do this, then it's like this. Ew.
There was Young Ma with Ooh. This song will forever be a club hit. Shame she didn't have another. But at least some party or club somewhere will always be playing it. Well, I don't know. I'm not allowed in clubs, so. Estelle's American Boy, it hurts saying she's a one-hit wonder, but the song is amazing. Also with a goated verse from the
Estelle was a one-hit wonder. Okay, calling Kanye the GOAT in the Big 26 is kind of, I don't know, man. Like, hey, he makes good music, but I wouldn't call him the GOAT, like, outright, okay? Like, he's maybe the GOAT of music. Put music before that, bro.
Oh, the song is genuinely perfect. Well, she ain't really a one-hit wonder if you count the hits she made on Steven Universe. But
bro, you know what it is? You know how corny you are if when you hear the American Boy song, you think of Tomato Town, bro? That one Fortnite meme? Like, there's kids that are genuinely like that. Like, I was in a car with one of my friends, I put that song on, and he's like, bro, stop making fun of me for playing Fortnite. I'm like, bro, are you dead ass? Like, you genuinely think this is a Fortnite song? Like, you just exposed yourself. Like, this is how corny you are. Pure, concentrated vibranium of corniness, bro. Just landed in Tomato Town. That is not the lyrics, twin.
Forget everything I just said. When we think about the best artists to fall off, we think of the ones that had a big breakout song, an album that made people think this person will be here for the long run. They will be
college dropout. Low-key, it's Kanye. I know I just like dissed him, bro, but Kanye has like straight banger albums. Like, he has albums that not a single song misses. No other artist has that, bro.
Become a household name, only for them to be in love and hip-hop a few years later. I'm sadly talking about Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap, artist that comes from Jersey, represent, and probably the most popular rapper to come from here. Like, I was searching New Jersey rappers, and the second result is Fatboy SSE. So we're kind of lacking. Fetty Wap in 2015 literally blew up the entire hip-hop industry with his sleeper hit at the time, Trap Queen, which came out a year prior before it even reached the Billboard charts. And when I tell you everybody was singing
this is what I'm saying. It's not always like, especially with music, it's an evergreen thing. Like, music could blow up like 10 years later. Beauty and the Beat, for God's sakes, was the #1 song. That song was released 15 years ago, bro. Just and people are still printing. Like, it's about what like reignites interest in that song. It's evergreen though, so it doesn't matter. Like, for example, Among Us is one of those evergreen things. Most games are not, but Among Us is, because it's not really the graphics or the things around it, it's the concept of the game. It's how simple it is, so that makes it evergreen. It's like Pac-Man. Pac-Man's pretty evergreen, because no one actually gives about the graphics of the blobs and the ghosts. For example, Among Us was a game that was released, bro, it was like years before streamers started playing it, and it became like the #1 thing worldwide, bro. It's insane.
This song, it was playing on every radio station. You couldn't escape it. In a good way. You can't tell me everyone and their doctors didn't know the opening 6 words of the refrain of the song. I'm like, hey, what's up, hello? And on April 4th, 2015, the song went #1 on the Billboard, beating Pitbull's song. Now, when you beat Mr. Worldwide in the charts, you're destined for greatness. And #1 on Billboard is a crazy feat, don't get me wrong. But this dude still could have been a one-hit wonder. Come on, how many other people went #1 only to be never heard of again? Like,
facts, you never had to cut me up. Bro, never heard from his ass again, bro. Like, I don't think I want to hear from his dumb ass, bro. The music video was just uncomfortable. Like, I don't know, man. Like, this edgy stuff, you can keep it to yourself, bro. Could just make good music, please. Like, I didn't need to see all that. But Fetty Wap, low-key, he's like a one album wonder, bro. He's not a one-hit wonder. He had like a couple really good songs, then he just disappeared. Like, full on just disappeared, bro. Went incognito. Like, he proved that he can make banger after banger, and then he just like quit. That's the worst way to go out, bro. Like, because we know you had potential. Like, you were not just like, you didn't just make the perfect sequence of notes to make a straight banger. No, you could reproduce that. Then you just like got addicted to some drug and fell off, bro. Like, what?
Who the hell is the baby? Who? But bro proved everyone wrong, because 1 month after Trap Queen went #1, he released 679 Drake edition. Now, I have my qualms with Drake, but I like the song. Proving he ain't no one-hit wonder, but at least 2. But soon after that, he released his self-titled studio album. Bro did not wait.
Ooh, that album cover cold. Yo, low-key, Fetty Wap missing an eye, I bet was such a big reason to why he became such a figure, because it made him stand out. Like, they did a study, and apparently having a unique haircut is one of the best things you can do for your image. It just makes you stand out. You need to stand out in this space. Him missing an eye was something I found so interesting. I like got into his life more because he was missing an eye. It's people like that that go through hardship, that have like things that would necessarily be seen as like downsides, that really make you feel better about, like, for example, if someone was missing an eye and he saw Fetty Wap, that would make him feel so good. Like, a lot of people find it corny that I'm an inspiration for everybody who doesn't have any money or grew up in a single parent household, but it truly does make a difference, man. It gives people hope. Not that I'm missing an eye, but I just like, that's an example among many.
It's time. He saw the spotlight was on him, and he took his opportunity in the best way possible. Again, My Way, RGF Island. This album was filled with hit songs, or at least songs that would be played all over social media. Like Fetty Wap was basically the go-to artist to use in your Vine back then. And this dude's music was being played all the time on repeat. He was also making the songs he was featured in hits. Like nobody listened to Save That Money for Little Dicky, let's be honest. We're all listening for that hook. It seemed like this guy was unstoppable, and you could tell he felt that way too. Cause 1 month after he released his studio album, he released another album. The consistency is crazy. And
I don't know though, I think that other album was Buns, because I didn't even hear from that album. I've never seen that cover before in my life, which is quite concerning because he was at the peak of his career. I think he kind of ruined it with the second album, low-key.
Top it all off, it was a collab album with none other than
Drakey Poo?
French Montana. If you don't know who French Montana is that nigga that Diddy cropped out in that one photo, and for good reason. This man is not a good rapper. Never in your life have you been in a car or a function and someone says, hey, put on that new French Montana. You never heard that. And if you have...
Damn. Hold up, who was that artist? Oh my god, it is French Montana, bro. I don't tolerate French Montana hate, low-key. He's my Moroccan brother, bro. Oh my god, have I been doing this whole video without the lighting? Oh my days, the video's gonna turn out buns. Fuck, bro, I can't do anything right, bro. But French Montana is low-key my Moroccan brother. Like, he's my Arab brother. Y'all gotta chill on French, bro. I kinda mess with him, low-key. Unforgettable. Bro, why am I playing, bro? That song was buns, bro. If he wasn't Arab, I'd be hating on his ass. I gotta stand together, though. There ain't many of us, low-key, bro. They're trying to kill all of us, so we gotta stand together, bro.
You need to find new friends. These are the people that are bad influences that your mom and dad were talking about. Go hang out with murderers and drug dealers instead. At least those guys will have a more positive impact on you than a nigga that willingly listens to French Montana. You have free will in this beautiful life you have, and you spend it on that? You can't trust them. Anyways, their album was called Coke Zoo, and it's 13 songs, and it's a 2 can of ass. Now, Fetty did have a better performance than French on here, obviously, but French had way more songs and verses than him, and overall,
it was a collab album? Why would you collab with French, bro? Like, was this at peak of French's career? Because low-key French is he's one of the Jay-Z's, bro. Like, we don't even know why he's famous. He's just famous. Like, yeah, he's got a couple bangers, but there's no reason, there's no correlation between the quality of the music and how famous you are. Like, Jay-Z's got, like, what's that one song about, like, New York? Like, what else? Who else has ever listened to a Jay-Z song, bro? Like, $500,000 or Dinner with Jay-Z, bro. Like, I don't know why I just said that. I just had to throw that one out there, bro. But if you do actually pick the Dinner with Jay-Z, you are fugazi, bro. Yo, what's that one guy with the green do-rag going, I'd pick Dinner with Jay-Z if he was wearing $2 million worth of jewelry, so I could rob his ass. Yeah, that guy's funny as hell, bro.
Album is just very bland. No song sticks or stands out. It's just a nothing burger, bro. It has no replay value whatsoever. And after this project, his music slowed down on coming out, which is fine. He don't have to be like YoungBoy releasing an album every 3 days.
Yo, YoungBoy's marketing team is one of the best marketing teams ever. Like, that's the type of people I want to hire, bro. Like, he went popular, he went viral, like mega viral for the exact time period he needed to sell as many tickets to his concerts as possible. Like, it is genius if you really think about it. Like, beforehand, you'd never hear from YoungBoy past the Quandale Dingo meme, and even afterwards, you stopped hearing from him. Like, genuinely only went viral during the period they needed to sell tickets. Like, it's actually insane.
In 2016, the next year, he had a good few charting songs he was featured in, and also his own single, Wake Up, peaking at 50 in the Billboard Hot 100. And during this period of time, it felt like the calm before the storm. Fetty was still in people's mouths. He was still performing sold-out shows and still charting. He was still very much popular. But after 2016, he kind of faded away out of the public eye more and more. He has released projects.
What a time to be the top artist, though. 2016, like, you're unanimous with the best year in human history, bro. Like, you're low-key tough.
Since then, but none of them created any buzz, because overall, all of them were pretty meh. But also, there were no hits. See, Fetty Wap was very much a hit rapper, which is not a bad thing. It's just a bad thing when you want a fan base that would actually stay. And since he...
But that's 100, yeah, true, but at the same time, those are the best types of rappers, bro. Like, I hate people that just be releasing albums unless it's like heat after heat after heat. Because all an album is just like, oh, buy this album, listen to this full album. 90% of the songs are cheeks, and there might be 1 or 2 good songs in there. But with someone who releases like one-hit wonders, but like multiple one-hit wonders, so just making like hot singles, you don't have to like dig through a pile of steaming hot garbage. Like even Iceman album, like those songs, some songs in there were genuinely good, but some of them were just, I would never listen to that if it wasn't in the album. So why would you dilute the quality of your product, bro? That's why I don't mess with. Like albums, I'm never an album type of guy, bro. Like it's too performative for me. Oh, I've got the Taylor Swift vinyl. Like, bro, who still uses vinyls, gang? Like, you know what they used to use to clean their ass back in the day? Like a sponge on a stick. Oh, I've got the BTS sponge on a stick so I can wipe my ass with BTS. Like, what are we talking about, bro? No one uses vinyls. Grow up, twin.
He wasn't making any more hits, more people stopped talking about him. Plus, his new music sounds identical to the rest of his other music. I mean, you can say the same thing for other artists too, but Fetty's music also sounds dated. Like he was a product of his time and didn't try any new sounds or styles with his music to catch up to his own contemporary.
But low-key, it's going back in style right now. The 2016 era music is going back in style because 2016 had the catchy songs. Nowadays, it's just straight slop. Like, for example, they make songs that are meant to blow up. Like, they have like little snippets like Baby Doll. Baby Doll is good for the first 5 seconds. That's the thing with the TikTok songs. It's like 5 second period of time during the song where it's actually a banger, and it's that bit you keep on hearing and getting replayed. The rest of the song is buns, bro. Like you'd never just put that on. When scrolling, yeah, it's nice to have in the background of a TikTok video, but I would never just put that on Spotify and just listen to it. It's buns. And despite that fact, it's still like charting on the top 100. It's insane, bro. The era of good 3-minute or like 2.5-minute music is gone.
Other than that 2018 6ix9ine song Kiki, he has kind of disappeared from the popular space of music. And since then, in late 2022, he's pleaded guilty in drug charges and he's looking at 5 to 40 years in prison.
6.
That's tough. But also during his fall off, Trap Queen is Diamond. 10 million units sold. So at least he will also have a legacy to look back on in hip-hop history. Fetty...
But he probably doesn't own the record. He probably doesn't own the masters. Like, he's not getting paid as much as you think he is. He got a one-time check, spent it all on a chain, and now he's kind of broke. Like, low-key, that's probably what's gonna happen. He's gonna start doing, like, really cheap, like, tours, like, doing events or, like, birthday parties and shit, just to, like, live off that fame or maybe even TikTok lives. If he doesn't actually continue producing music. Because he had potential, bro. Like, everything he touched turned to gold.
Well, I may have been a victim of falling down the stairs with a mediocre at best discography to look back on. There's another artist that I believe fell off, but on top. Goat-Ye. Goat-Ye was a solo artist from Australia who started his pro music career in 2001 when he released his self-titled EP. And during these years, he sent his EPs to radio stations, building a name for himself up to the release of his debut album, Like Drawing Blood, in 2006. And this album is actually pretty good. The songs have a unique flow and groove to them, and I'm terrible at this.
See, this is like what the music people would say is good, but the average person would be like, this is buns. It's like people that are really into art and they see like a banana stuck to the ceiling and they're like, oh my god, it's magnificent. I just Boston creamed my artistic pants. Like, bro, can you shut up? No one's actually gonna listen to that garbage. I could tell from the album cover it's straight buns. It's some classical shit. Flip that, man.
Scrapper music I like. The music sounds good to my ears. And apparently others thought the same because this album was pretty successful in the indie space. It was critically acclaimed. It was voted best album of 2006 in a listener poll by Triple J, a popular Australian radio station. The track Hearts a Mess was ranked number 8 on the station's Hot 100 of 2006. It also went platinum in Australia. Like, bro wasn't a nobody before his real big hit happened. Or at least not a nobody in Aussie land. And
then he became a nobody afterwards, though. I can't lie. What happened to the Dance Monkey? Oh my god. Bro, I wish YouTube had like more relaxed rules. I would be singing every single one of these songs. It would turn into like a karaoke in here, bro. The whole video would be just me singing, bro. But Dance Monkey, the fall off was insane, bro. That song was number 1 for like years, gang. Like that shit was like stuck at the top. Another thing people be like really missing though is dance. Like, what was it called? The game where you dance after the music and it's like waka waka and there would be like 4 people and you'd be able to like do it on the Wii. Bro, that game is so fun. Like if you ever get with your friends, if you're lucky enough to have friends, because I know like a lot of people are chuds, low-key one of them, bro. But if you do have friends, bro, trust me, put that on. Like what is it called? It's like called Dance something. Put that on and trust me, it's so fun, bro. It's called Just Dance.
Even won iTunes Album of the Year in the UK in 2008. Bro was...
It doesn't have to be like on the Wii. Just put like a YouTube video of someone playing it and just follow the characters. Trust me. I know it sounds weird. Trust me.
Kind of a big deal. And he would become an even bigger one once he released his second solo album in 2011, Making Mirrors, where one of his lead singles, Somebody That I Used to Know, well, blew the fuck up. I love this song so much. Now, I wish I could pick a different song as my favorite since I've listened to all of his solo music and also to seem more cultured.
Oh, you're trying so hard to be performative. This is your favorite song? Oh my god, get out of here, man. Like, for example, Michael Jackson is the king of pop, but if you tell me any of his like songs is your favorite song, I know you're being performative, or you're like under the age of 15 and you just watched the Michael Jackson movie. Other than Chicago, if you tell me Chicago is your favorite song in the world, I'd kind of understand. Still kind of performative. Oh, my favorite artist is the king of pop, dude. Like, can you shush? Like, you're corny. Get a life. But saying somebody that I used to know, like, with the edgy music videos, your favorite song, like, you're even worse, bro.
Guess. But this is my favorite song from him. No matter how many times I listen to it, even after 10 years later, it doesn't get old. And the whole sound of the song is unique too. Early 2010s pop radio songs were sounding more like electronic EDM dance music, sounding like a YouTube gaming channel intro. You know, a lot of them sound dated too, but not this song. Never this song.
I love that he thinks that the music, the YouTube intros came before the music, bro. All these artists, they're copying the channel with 100 subscribers intro. It's crazy. Like, these big name artists, they're tripping. No, bro. I swear, Alan Walker had a chokehold on the all of YouTube. Swear down. Every video started and ended with an Alan Walker song. He was like the Mariah Carey of like 2015 YouTube.
And the song did get his flowers. A lot of them too. And after his world tour, all eyes are still on him, especially since he just won the Record of the Year at the Grammy Awards. The people were waiting for more music from him. Except that ain't happened. Bro went radio silent, and not in a people weren't interested in him no more kind of way. No, bro disappeared from everywhere. Social media even started rumors saying he was dead, where he went out of hibernation just to tweet, "Nah, I'm alive." Then not long after the tweet, he posted a blog post saying he no longer will be releasing solo music and Goat-Ye will be no more. Huh? This dude just released one of the biggest songs of the decade and now he's quitting? Why? That's like shooting yourself in the foot. What the heck? Well, one, in the post, he said he wanted to only focus working on music with his band, The Basics. By the way, he's in the...
Oh, shush. Oh, my God. The only band I want to hear about is Queen after Freddie Mercury, bro. Like, don't tell me, oh, I'm quitting to join a band. You do the opposite, bro. You do what, like, what their One Direction did. You split up, then you start your own solo careers. That's the end goal. Going from a solo career to a band is one of the dumbest things you could possibly do. Like, you're not Freddie Mercury, twin. Like, what are you doing? Stupid decision. This is the thing with art people, bro. Like, some people are so creative and they're so unique, but because they are like, art people are notoriously hard to manage, bro. Like, all these creative thoughts, I just want to throw it all away and do what I want and start a band with my other gooner friends. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, someone needs to step in and be like, okay, you're creative, you're like, you're trying to explore the artistic mind of yours, but you need to have a little bit of business side to it, because no one actually wants to hear this slop, twin. Like, we want more Mona Lisas, not bananas on the ceiling. Like, yeah, I just spat everywhere, bro.
Band, I didn't mention that. And in interviews, he talks as if he doesn't really want the insane fame in the first place.
I get that.
Which is fine, I guess, if that's what he wanted. Plus, I bet he can have a steady living for the rest of his life on that one song alone. It's just missed potential. Because Goat-Ye was genuinely a great artist who could have stayed for the long run, instead of that one song being mostly his remembered legacy. Like, Bronte is a great song and has a greater music video. More people should see this. He still releases music with his band, The Basics, but I haven't listened to them yet.
Yeah, like
Plus,
what?
I've heard he's mainly the drummer. But Goat-Ye is a great musician, so I wouldn't be surprised if I do like his band too. And maybe, hopefully, he could release more solo music in the future. Alright, I'ma stop glazing this dude and move on to the next man. Or baby. Da Baby. Da Baby.
Yo, Da Baby and Dua Lipa is like Marlon and Lacey, bro. Like, that one, they made like one song. The synergy was insane. Like, gang, I low-key fuck with that heavy. What song even was it? It's the one where he goes, Dua Lipa and Da Baby. I can't sing the lyrics, so I have to sound like I've got something up my bomber cart. But that was gas.
Rapper, meme, car. He's mad popular. Also, some of y'all might be thinking, I thought this was the best artist to fall off. Why he here?
The fact you said he's mad popular when one of the most popular things he's in is that one video where he's like, you made the box, right? Yeah, the baby had every reason to roll up his window and flip that guy off, bro.
And yeah, he might not be nowhere near the best in anything, but I like Kirk and Baby on Baby. You know, I think he is a better discography than Fetty Wap. So now, although this guy's fall from grace is kind of recent, it's very evident that this man is 100% not the big star he used to be. Bro in 2019 and 2020 was on top. He released 3 albums that made it to the top of the charts, had hit after hit. Bro's song Rockstar with Roddy Ricch was #1 for 7 straight weeks. He was nominated for 6 Grammys, endorsement after endorsement, TV performance after performance, getting away with murder.
Okay, yeah, facts. Like, he actually, deadass is one of the people that actually, like, committed murder, but, like, low-key, it wasn't murder, it was self-defense. He didn't get any jail time for that. Like, that's more gangster than just going out there and killing your friend. Like, what does that take? It takes this much, like, 2 grams of pressure to pull a trigger, bro. Like, you're not a man. But defending somebody, like, that's low-key tough. And you're telling me he got nominated for 6 Grammys and didn't win a single one of them? DaBaby was the shit. Like, no one else was even, like, close to him during that time period. This is the thing with the Grammys, bro. Like, let me guess who won those 6 Grammys. All 6 went to Beyonce. Who would have known, bro? Like, it's actual BS. Like, the person that deserves it most often does not actually get it. Like, that's almost a pattern. Eminem was low-key valid for calling them out. Like, that's why he's the GOAT.
With murder at a Walmart, it seemed like nobody could stop this dude. But then this guy decided to be in a bunch of controversies. Assaulting airport kiosk workers. Slapping a female fan for trying to take a picture of him. Beefing with JoJo Siwa just because she's taller than him. Bro was just constant.
Facts. All these artists are short as hell. Like, no shade. You got Lil Uzi. It's mostly the ones that start with Baby or Lil. Lil Uzi, you got DaBaby. You got Roddy Ricch. Who else, bro? Like, most of these artists, Kendrick's like flipping 5'2", bro. Standing on his money. Like, he's rich as hell. Standing on his money, he's not even 6 foot. Like, gang, stop lying, bro. You short as hell, gang. You're like Tyler 1 type short. And then you got, what's his name? Trippie Redd. Like, low-key, if you're short, all you gotta do is, like, start making music. It's, like, in your blood.
Getting in trouble. And the final straw was that 2021 Rolling Loud set where he just started saying the dumbest shit.
Ladies, if you like to shove bowling balls and pineapples up your pussy, put your cell phone flashlights in the air right now.
There is no way he said that. Is that a voiceover?
And fellas,
yeah, I'm being
if
stupid.
you like sucking on balls, leave. I ain't with that gay stuff, man. Leave, man. I ain't no Frank Ocean. Leave that stuff at home.
Yeah, dude said some homophobic stuff, and basically the whole industry turned on him. He lost a majority of his endorsements. Bro was pulled off of concert lineups, and overall, the public wasn't really messing with him no more. He even won.
Wait, what? DaBaby walking around in a diaper surrounded by YNs, but want to speak on the... Yo, crazy. Yo, he actually, like, self-destructed. No wonder he fell off so hard.
No more. He even one time had to cancel his New Orleans show because it only sold 500 tickets in a venue that's supposed to seat 14,000. If that doesn't indicate a fall off, then I don't know what does.
Yeah, but also, why were the tickets so expensive? Like, it has to be like a supply and demand issue. Because, like, for example, I'd go to a DaBaby concert if it cost $10. Like, why are we tripping? Probably the tickets were too expensive, or they were set at a price that would cover the costs, but there wasn't enough demand. My business teacher would be so proud of me, bro. I just used supply and demand like 5 different times because that's all I know. I'm LARPing.
His recent album, Baby on Baby 2, only sold 17K first week versus his 2019-2020 albums that would sell 150K, getting #1 on the Billboard charts. It just seems like bro really messed his own career up for nothing. And some people still might say he hasn't fallen off. Look at his Spotify monthly listeners. Bro's still pulling big numbers. Okay, remove the Dua Lipa song and that cuts off at least half of these listeners off, minimum. Then remove Rockstar and that's probably minus 5 million right there. Most of this dude's listeners are only listening to his hits. That most
100%, like 100%. I haven't listened to no underground DaBaby song, but this is the song I'm talking about. Like, Loki, the synergy was insane. Like, who's a good example? The 2 guys from Phineas and Ferb. I literally just said the 2 guys and then named them. Like yin and yang.
of the time he's only featured in. It ain't that hard to pinpoint this info. And do I feel bad for his fall off? No! Bro did this entirely himself. Even on his new album, Baby on Baby 2, on his song Socks, he says,
Lost 20 million for keeping it real, bitch. I don't give a fuck about no money.
Bro isn't even sorry. He basically said all the apologies he said in the past don't mean nothing. But who knows? Maybe he will make...
Hey man, if you value being able to say things that aren't really like okay to be said over money, I'm not really gonna blame you, man. But I'm also not gonna blame the people that no longer want to work with you, because it's like, bro, I wouldn't work with a neo I just wouldn't. I wouldn't work with someone, of course that's a more extreme example, I don't know exactly what he said, but I wouldn't work with someone that I heavily disagree with or that I think has a bad influence on the world. And as you grow up, you realize that a lot of people are like, no, it's freedom of speech, you should be able to say whatever. Yeah, I don't think you should go to jail for it, but I don't think other people are forced to work with him even if they disagree with the things he's purporting or the way he's affecting his fans.
A comeback. He has a new song that debuted at number 92 on the Billboard Hot 100, although the...
What is it, the infatuation with the people that have, I don't even want to say, what's the proper term, like little people and like influencers. Okay, if you're short, you should be a rapper. If you're a little person, you should like hit up people like Logan Paul, KSI, the baby, just hit up every influencer and be like, my whole resume is I have an abnormal growth pattern and I can't grow. Like I have, can I say it? Like it's literally the medical term. Oh, dwarfism. Okay, dwarfism. I already thought of something completely different. I low-key exposed myself there. I didn't know that that was the medical term. Yeah, if you got dwarfism, your career as an influencer is already set. Like you're never going to be the main character low-key because like they're not there for you, but you're just going to be that one guy that these YouTubers make fun of for a bit. If it ever gets that bad, you can always collect that sum of money. You get what I'm saying?
The Repo Reaper on TikTok is the only reason his song is getting any streams. That tells you where his career is at right now. All right, I gotta move on from this dude and talk about a person that genuinely hurts my soul that I had to say this. Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper started his career with his breakout mixtape 10 Day, which was okay. But then the year after, Acid Rap came out and it was amazing. In my opinion, it's up there with hip hop's best all-time mixtapes. Bro brought a unique sound to hip hop with the fun, bouncy, and sometimes melodic tracks here. The whole mixtape brings a supreme vibe to it that a lot of other projects don't bring. Also, his ad-libs going every track, breathtaking.
I will say this right now, like the music industry is 5% music and literally like 95% everything else. Everything else. I've stated this before, but to be a big musician, it's not about the music, bro. Like you could have the same songs Kanye's released on any other artist. If you didn't have the same marketing, the same branding, the same everything that went into Kanye, this is why labels matter so much. It's not that the quality of music goes up, it's that everything around it improves. Like the marketing, what people feel like when they listen to your music is much less about the music and much more about the image. And third thing, you gotta think of it like a business. They are entertainers, the same way a YouTuber is. If you go to a YouTuber's channel and you go to like the most popular videos, that's the catalog the same way music is a catalog for musicians on Spotify. Like don't ever think that a musician is any better than literally any other entertainer. Like they like to have a bit of aura so they can convince you to pay large sums of money because they're a high-ticket business. High-ticket businesses are, for example, a YouTuber wants you to buy their merch. A musician wants you to invest hundreds and hundreds to fly out or go out and see their concerts. So it's a much higher ticket item, which means they need to build like a higher sense of authority, which is why they're deemed as like the marketing is trying to make them deemed as something better than human. And the complete opposite of that is streamers. And even they are sometimes like worshipped by little kids. But the truth of the matter is, when you see someone like Playboy Cardi, when he went on the Aiden Ross stream and he like Aiden Ross spent like $2 million for like 5 minutes with Playboy Cardi. Bro, it's not that he's a bad guy, it's that he has to maintain that aura. Like the memo is, okay, we need these people to think that you're something above, like we need these people to think that you're something luxurious, that you're worth spending money on, that you're this big mystery, not a normal human being. Because no one's gonna fly out and pay hundreds to go see a normal guy like singing into a mic. You get what I'm saying? Like open your eyes, don't be sheep, bro. I'm not saying don't go to concerts, but I'm saying be aware, like what they're doing to you. Be aware what they're trying to convince you of.
Revolutionary. Acid Rap is just a great project that introduces talents to a much wider audience. Bro was destined to be big, especially upon the release of his album, mixtape, The Coloring Book. In middle school, I adored this album. It was constantly in my rotation, and personally, I loved it more than Acid Rap.
If you like the same music you liked in middle school, that's kind of concerning to me, bro. But low-key, when I really think about it, like, Bitch Lasagna by PewDiePie is gas. I don't care. Like, I used to always stand by that song. I was like, yo, this is actually a good song, though. Like, I know he made, like, hella racist remarks, but it was at a time where it was, like, normalized. But that song is genuinely, like, catchy as hell. A lot of people were like, oh my god, you're a little kid, man. You'll grow up and you'll think otherwise. I still do think that song is gas. Maybe not the best song ever, but it's still gas. PewDiePie genuinely should start making music. Low-key better than KSI at making music. It's actually hilarious.
I had every song on here on repeat, and my favorite song on the album would change like every week. My favorite is All We Got. No, it's Angels. No, it's No Problems. No, it's Juke Jam. This album is like perfect. I mean, I don't think it's top tier hip hop music or anything, but I have zero complaints about the album other than the mixing. and all night. But I can forgive it. This album is great. I love this album.
That low-key gave him so much more credibility, because if you know about like mixing, that's something I don't even know. Like I know about mixing when it comes to like video production, like for example the EQ on my mic, which basically means like I can control what frequencies, because like a mic captures like a set of frequencies, but for example your dog can hear like frequencies above the human ear, so there you can just play around with the frequencies. You can make your voice either deeper, lighter, more clear, less clear. Like I know that, but people that like change the EQ on their AirPods, like you're doing too much, bro. Like just listen to the music, twin.
So much. He deserved all the praise and awards he got from it. This album was a big part of my middle school days, and Chance was definitely one of my favorite rappers, period, during that time. I was deeply anticipating more.
What happened to Lil Wayne, bro? Lil Wayne was the shit, like for a decade, and then he just fell off low-key. Like what happened to him? But Lil Wayne's music nowadays would low-key not go off the same way it did. Like back then we just had like more patience for stuff that is more like not even edgy, but more like unique. Now if it's not like instantly good, no one's gonna listen to it. Lil Wayne's songs are more like getting in the vibe. It's not really something that's instantly gonna be like, oh my god, I need to go find that song. But that's what's getting plays nowadays. It's a different era, but he was low-key the goat of that era.
Or Chance music in the future. I mean, he met Kanye West. He was never going to fail, right? So his next project was bound to succeed. And then it happened. 3 years after the coloring book, he announced his debut album, The Big Day. Holy guacamole. This was a big day for me. I couldn't wait. I was ready. And on Friday morning, 12 a.m. on release, I put on my headphones. I could feel the sweat going down my gluteus maximus. I am so happy. Then I pressed play. And as I was listening to the music, the songs felt a little off.
Ooh.
A bit different from his previous music.
That's the thing, it loses its essence. Like for example, Chief Keef, who was the person he like, Young Chop, I think his name was, but like his producer was such a big part. Like when you think about an artist, like oh my god, Sabrina Carpenter is so talented. Yeah, don't get me wrong, like Sabrina Carpenter, what's her name? Tate McRae. Like these people are talented, but look at who actually made the song. Like they literally just used their voice. They didn't write their lyrics, they didn't produce the beat, they didn't do this, they didn't even create the dance. Like they're just performers. Like they're genuinely, and there's levels to that. Some people are take more control of the music itself, and some people are just like performers. They're more of like the figurehead more than anything. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I think good music is good music. But for example, Chief Keef's producer is the actual gold. Like Chief Keef had some good lyrics and like good energy, good vibes. He was a good person to like be the head of that song, head of that production. Because without that music video of it being like hella ghetto and there's a bunch of people like doing drugs and shit, like I don't think it would have blown up. But at the same time, the reason that song was so catchy was purely the producer. Like I'm sorry, like Chief Keef is talented, I love Chief, but at the same time the producer low-key carried. Same thing with this song. He probably like got rid of what actually made him special, what made his songs unique, which was the ecosystem around it. I don't know what his process was exactly, but even if it's not the people that changed, it's the process that changed. Like he left the environment of his garage that may have been less than perfect, and he's now in this perfect studio, so he's making songs that sound like literally everyone else. It lost the feel, it lost the vibe, and that's a very real thing.
It was perhaps a little more experimental or something. Maybe not that.
Oh, stop, bro.
Wait.
Stop.
Dog, what the fuck am I listening to? It was garbage. Dreadful. Gobbledygook. And not in like a French Montana Fetty Wap Coke Zoo nothing burger kind of way. Because if it was, it would actually be better. Because with a nothing burger, you just get no nutrition or enjoyment out of it. The Big Day is like receiving a lobotomy. Like first, this album had like 8 writers and 8 producers for each song. 2, the lyrics are just...
What did I say, bro? Like, why is it a 16-team project? It's like Lana Rhodes' baby. Like, why is there 15 people named in the credits, gang? I'm kidding, bro. I'm actually kidding. God, I hope that kid is like old now, because I'm actually like, I don't mean to like disrespect the little kid, bro. I'm making a joke. Like, it was in the news. Everyone was laughing at it. I love and respect you, Lana Rhodes. I can't say that with a straight face, bro. But that's where the essence was lost. When you have 50 people working on a song, like, it does not take 50 people to write a good song. Like, you're just throwing money at the problem instead of using creativity or like making the song any better.
Look at this. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Peanut butter jelly with a peanut butter jelly. It'll break your back.
Yeah, we needed 15 people to write that straight steaming pile of trash. Wow.
By the way, almost all the lyrics on this album are this corny and this trash. And when he's not talking about peanut butter jelly or God, he's talking about loving his wife. Now, I understand.
Oh my days, when artists, like, it's the same thing with the guy that we went and wanted to join a band after making like the #1 banger. When they start making like religious music, like Kanye, bro, like respectfully, or like any other artist, like it's okay to have a relationship with God and want to spread the word of God, but turning into that one guy in TikTok comments where he's like, Jesus loves you, like, you're just being annoying, man. Like, people enjoyed your music. Why would you stop that and turn your music into straight propaganda? Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to spread your own beliefs and speak your opinion, but it just, for me personally, it feels like you're sacrificing quality to like sneak in a message in there that really doesn't belong in music, man. I think music should be entertainment. It shouldn't be propaganda. It shouldn't be used to like push an initiative or like push an opinion on you. And I will stand by that. I don't care. Like, I think entertainment is one of the best ways to control the culture and control the way people think. And I don't think it should be that way. I don't think you should sneak in propaganda and sneak in manipulation tactics to make people believe a certain way when they're just there to enjoy themselves. I will completely always be against that. Same thing with TV shows. Like, if you're avoiding certain topics because you want to keep it away from the public's eye for no other reason other than straight malicious or to keep money in your pocket or to push a narrative that really doesn't benefit society, just benefits yourself, I will always be against that.
You love your wife, dude. I love your wife too. But if you're not gonna talk about your love for her in any kind of interesting way or do it in any other creative way other than just say, I love her and she's beautiful, she's my queen.
That's what I'm saying.
Can you talk about something else?
The problem is it's at the expense of quality. Like, that's what really annoys me the most as a listener.
Can you talk about doing drugs again, please? Every song has the same rhythm, tone, feel. It doesn't change or do anything interesting, which is even worse since this album is almost an hour and 20 minutes long.
Damn, but they're also doing it on purpose, bro, because there's an audience, like a cult fan base you tap into when you start making like these niche music, like hardcore country, like Post Malone, or like Christian music. You tap into that audience that maybe it wasn't even your intention to spread the word of the gospel or act like you're a cowboy. Maybe that's not your intention. Your intention is just to make more money by tapping into a more loyal but more niche audience.
Honestly, this is probably the most disappointing album from an artist I loved I've ever listened to. Cause even with the albums I don't like from artists that I love, there's usually a good few tracks I would come back to, you know, that I like, but not this one. Not a...
Ooh, that just brought back a core memory. What were they called? Like them little poop-looking things? Yeah, them little things, bro. Everyone used to have this game. Like Poe, I think his name was. Oh my days. This was an era, like... This is low-key what my kids are gonna call Unk. This was our Pac-Man. Like, if I show my kids this game that I used to play on my little rundown Samsung tablet, like, they're gonna think I'm actually ancient. They're gonna be like, yo, dad, you were feeding a turd. Every 2 hours you would log in to make sure that your turd was hydrated. Like, they're gonna think I'm a crackhead.
Not a single one on this album has replay value. And when I say these things, I don't mean for anybody to shit on Chance, because I still think overall he's a great artist. It's just this project upsets me so much because this has been basically his last album for the past almost 4 years. And the album sucks. The man has released very little music since this album, outside from that.
Yeah, but I think if an artist is releasing too much music, it's kind of concerning. Like, for example, the Mr. Beast strategy. Like, I'm talking myself, I'm like someone who daily uploads, but I find it better that way because I like having a bit of a schedule, a bit of a routine. But if you're working on like single, really big projects, like Mr. Beast style, for example, he doesn't have a fixed schedule. He doesn't post because he feels the need to post. And neither do I personally. I like to post. Sometimes I want to post multiple times a day, but I'm like, okay, quality over quantity. This is the thing why I like making YouTube videos, because I'm not at the stage yet where I can stream and have the same quality of YouTube video. Because like for this 1 hour, I'm just locked in, bro. Like, all my mind is working at 100%. I'm making the best content possible. I'm bringing the best ideas possible. The same thing with Mr. Beast. It's a different type of content, but he never feels the need to post. That's one thing he always stood by. At least back in the day. Now there's like people that depend on it. He's probably like signed to a couple businesses. Probably part of his channel was sold, so he almost has a quota. But I think that might be the end of him, to be honest with you. That might be the death of him when he becomes too corporate. But with Chance and like, not with Chance, sorry, like with the Young Boy, for example, he's posting like songs just to get out of his contract. Same thing with Drake. Like, they're just posting these songs because they have to or because they're trying to escape their contract. That's why Drake released 3 albums at once, bro. 2 of them them were buns, one of them was like somewhat had some marketing behind it and had a couple good songs. Like, it's not really a good thing. Sometimes it is if it's genuinely coming from the heart because the quality of the content is good and he can produce more of it. But if the quantity is coming before the quality, that's not a good thing. You're just saturating it. Because with music, no one's ever gonna listen to all your music at once. And even if they listen to 100 songs, they're gonna replay those because their first song, now they want to listen to it again. So especially with music, it's not about the quantity, bro. It's really not. Like, you're not even catering towards a really loyal fan base. I mean, I guess you are, but it's more of like a, like, if you have these really niche songs that no one's ever heard of, that's not the flex you think it is. Because it's really not about quantity. It's more about quality.
Christmas mixtape he released in 2020 with Omarion or whoever. I don't care. I'm not listening to that. That's not a real project. And I feel like this dude knows the bad reception his album gets. That's why he's been wearing his #3 hat promoting Coloring Book for the past 7 years. I swear this hat is surgically attached to this man. Take that shit off already. Damn! Maybe I'm looking at Chance's last...
That's like KSI's bandana, low-key. I can never be that guy, man. Headwear is kind of corny. First off, headwear is corny. Sometimes it does look good, but other times it's just, you gotta dress basic. Like, this is one thing I like about Clavicular. He just dresses basic, because he knows, like having all these accessories or like trying to stand out through your clothing instead of like through achievements, or for example, your physique, or the way you carry yourself, or the way you treat other people. If you're one of those people that low-key just aura farms so you could check out the fit, like, you're low-key corny. You're compromising on everything else, including your character. Like, I don't think clothes should be something you rely on instead of actually being a more well-rounded human being. I might be digging into it too much, but it's facts. If you ever leave the house and you feel less confident because you don't have your hat on or your bandana on, that's a really big problem. You're becoming dependent. You're not wearing the clothes are wearing you. That was deep.
Projects through rose-tinted glasses, because I listened to those albums as I was a kid. And even though The Big Day is a terrible album, I am so happy for the current success of Chance in his career. I love seeing him being part of modern media despite not releasing any music in a number of years. I am so happy for him. He might have fallen off quality-wise, but I only want future uphill success for him, no matter if he releases any more music or not. And if he does release more music, hopefully this album was just a hiccup, and he starts burping again. And yeah, I feel like I've discussed enough.
Yo, I think babies are actually, like, they look kind of gross. Like, I don't understand the infatuation with, like, oh, babies are so cute. No, they're not. But low-key, as you grow up, you find them more and more cute. Like, it's the same reason you like kittens. And actually, a really fun fact is, like, the bigger the head of something, the more cute it is, because it reminds us of a human baby. I know, like, in person, I think you'd find them a lot cuter than if you, like, saw a video of them online and there's, like, goo coming out and there's a woman shouting. Like, it's not a good environment. But I think at least, like, after the first month, when all the goo has disappeared and they're, like, look a bit more normal, less like a raisin, they are kind of adorable, bro. And if you've ever had, like, a younger sibling, or you ever had a kid yourself, you obviously, like, can relate to that. If you had a kid yourself especially, but even if you had a younger sibling, like, objectively, they might not have looked as cute as you think they did when they were, like, a year old or, like, a couple months old, but in your eyes, they were, like, the cutest thing ever, bro. Like, it's true.
Enough in this video, although I definitely could make a part 2 to this. There's a few others off the top of my head that I could list, like Coldplay and Maroon 5. Like, how you go from this to this? Like, seriously.
Wait, what? That's a banger, though. They had, like, code on that one, no? Cold enough to... I'm not about to get copyrighted in the last 10 seconds of this video. We're not even gonna do this, bro. This was a banger, though, I believe. I've never seen this cover before in my life.
Like, seriously. Also, there's one more that fell off quality-wise that I can rant about for days on end. But that's for another day.
Bro, Marshmallow fell off like crazy, and I see what he did there. He, like, gave us the cliffhanger. There's one more secret character, buddy. I've done YouTube for too long not to know your little conniving little tactics, all right?
I feel like I've said my piece, and in conclusion, I kind of like Hot Shower.
It's become like the Disney point of discussion, whether like pineapple belongs on pizza or not. Like, can you shut up, bro? Like, this corny ass debate. Oh, what comes first, the milk or cereal? You know what I think? It doesn't matter. I don't care. Like, for example, in Disney shows, if they ever want to show a kid that doesn't want to eat his vegetables, it's always broccoli. Like, it's almost become synonymous. If you ever want to start like a petty argument in one of those shows that's funded to be like, you're not allowed to say anything controversial at all, or you're not going to get any funding. Like, when you're talking about one of those shows, if they ever want to make anything like even slightly controversial, or they want to start like an argument between two characters, does pineapple belong on pizza? Like, you're corny. It's not funny. It was funny maybe the first time I ever heard it, like 5 years ago. Like, no one cares.
I'm sorry. It's kind of grown on me. I'm sorry.
Man, if you guys enjoyed, subscribe. I post bangers like this every day, and yeah, see ya.